Within 1.5-hour drive from Cam Ranh International Airport and 30-minute flight from Ho Chi Minh City, Ninh Thuận is located in the middle of Vietnam's largest tourism center, including Ninh Thuận, Nha Trang, Phan Thiết, and Đà Lạt. Ninh Thuận is one of a few localities in Vietnam where visitors can arrange by road, by sea, and railway. It's the gateway to connect the southern provinces and the key economic zone of the southeastern region to central provinces, central highlands, and vice versa. In the sea strategy of Vietnam, Ninh Thuận is expected to become an economic zone in the southern region and the central highlands.
Thứ nhất là Ninh Thuận là một cái tỉnh mà nằm cách thành phố Hồ Chí Minh không quá xa và lại là nằm trong cái khu vực tam giác và phát triển du lịch.
Ninh Thuận has advantages in its geographical position. The province is located on a north-south route and within the preferential section of the north-south highway connecting Nha Trang City and Ho Chi Minh City.
Cao tốc thành phố Hồ Chí Minh và Nha Trang sẽ được ưu tiên đầu tư trước của chính phủ. Và
Ninh Thuận Railway is also located in preferential section of the national railway system connecting Ho Chi Minh City and Nha Trang City. In aviation, Ninh Thuận is very close with Cam Ranh International Airport. In general, the province of Ninh Thuận has many more advantages than other provinces in the region.
Despite its great potentials, Ninh Thuận used to be a poor province. Now, the situation has changed. Having dreams and ambition for fast, sustainable progress to a new height, Ninh Thuận wants to build up its new way of approach and new way of thinking to deal with both chances and challenges of the international integration and globalization process. The province needs a long-term, different, and comparative strategy and professional planning. The province development reveals more chances for investors to join hands with the provincial leaders and people to turn dreams into reality. With this new vision, Ninh Thuận is the first province in Vietnam commissioning the monitor grid of the US, Europe, and the UK to draw a strategic socio-economic master plan until 2020 with a vision to 2030. The implementation of the master plan in Ninh Thuận province is based on the concept of competition to become the best and unique. It has been taken by Professor Michael Porter of Harvard Business School as a growth model for localities in Vietnam. According to the master plan ratified by the Prime Minister, Ninh Thuận will develop based on 6 economic pillars, including clean energy, tourism, agrofishery, processing industry, education, and commercial property. These are the advantages of Ninh Thuận province, and they are global economic industries which many countries are investing in. With these 6 economic pillars, Ninh Thuận will become a key destination for luxurious tourism center in the country and the region. A center of clean energy, renewable energy, the largest center in the industrial salt production, and high-quality training center of clean energy. To implement the development strategy based on the 6 economic pillars, Ninh Thuận will reorganize its development space. Accordingly, the northern area will focus on tourism development with luxury resorts along the coastline from Bình Tiên to Bình Sơn, Ninh Chu. The southern area will become an industrial zone in which the Phương Nam Industrial Park and Cana Industrial Park are 2 major sites. The lower land will become an urban area with good services and trade activities. The province will take the best use of the existing advantages, the newly created potentials and other potentials from surrounding provinces and big investors for development.
There's actually, I would say, 6 or 7 different countries or provinces that could be the inspiration for somewhere like Ninh Thuận. Dubai is one of them and is very distinguished in terms of real estate development. But in terms of renewable energies, Dubai is not really on the map. Certainly in terms of agriculture or wine, Dubai is not on the map. So I think we need to look at a broader set of countries to find the inspiration. And of course, what gets developed in Ninh Thuan will be unique. I would say interesting countries to look at when one thinks about Ninh Thuan are countries like New Zealand, for example, that has a very similar configuration of assets. Very natural, very green. It has livestock. It has a certain adventure tourism potential. And New Zealand has one of the highest levels of prosperity in the world based off these assets.
Ninh Thuan has huge potentials for wind and solar energy development. With 31 standard sites available, construction of wind and solar power stations from 1,500 to 2,000 megawatts of electricity can be generated from renewable energy in Ninh Thuan province. Among them are 2 nuclear power plants with a capacity of 8,000 megawatts with total investment capital of $12 billion. A storage power plant will be put into operation in the next 10 years. In the near future, Ninh Thuan will become a power center which generates 12% of the total electricity of Vietnam. The most beautiful bays of Vietnam are in Ninh Thuan province. There are Vĩnh Hy, Bình Sơn and Ninh Chữ. Driving along the road running by coastline from Nha Trang to Ninh Thuan and Bình Thuan, you'll see a primeval forest stretching of about 100 kilometers and sandy beaches full of sunshine. Here, the climate is moderate all years round. Storms and tsunamis have never occurred. With abundance of advantages, this land is ideal for building resorts and other luxurious services such as boat tourism, sea sports, air sports, wine tasting tourism with culture tourism to relic sites of Cham people and traditional craft villages. The coastal urban areas, Ocean Park and Coral Park are also built here. By organizing international and national culture and sport events, Ninh Thuan will become a hot destination for tourism with luxury resorts and professional hosts of big events. The province is targeting to be named in 7 national key tourism localities and be part of tourism triangle of Nha Trang, Đà Lạt and Phan Rang. The debut of a contemporary beachside resort listed in the top 33 most beautiful resorts in the world, Amanoi Resort, is an obvious illustration of this ambition.
Ninh Thuan has one of the highest levels of wind in Vietnam. It has approximately 7.5 meters per second in some of the more windy places. It also has a very protected coastline, and the combination of these two could be the basis for a very interesting water sports, sailing, windsurfing type of tourism focused around marina development. If you go further inside the province, there are some other very interesting assets, such as wine. Ninh Thuan is one of the only provinces in Vietnam that produces table wine. And if you think about water sports and wine, and think about different countries around the world, from Australia to France to Spain, there are huge tourism industries that are based around these assets.
Apart from 2 major industries of energy and tourism, Ninh Thuan has a new strategy in finding ways to fully exploit the available advantages to become one of the global salt producers and chemicals of the salt and titanium ore. A deep water harbor will be constructed to receive ships weighing more than 50,000 DWT. Other industries of shrimp processing, cashew nut processing, and cattle meat will be restructured for a comparative and sustainable development. New factories of wine production will be built along with the construction of eco-tourism resorts. Heading forward with its achievements and determination, Ninh Thuan needs a skilled labor force of international standards. Local leaders are urging investors to spend the money in a project of building an international university for 5,000 students. The province is also in need of nearly 20,000 skilled laborers and 1,000 experts to run the 2 nuclear plants once they are completed. When gathering efforts and resources to upgrade the socio-economic infrastructure, Ninh Thuận has focused on improving the investment environment and raising the Provincial Competition Capacity Index. Consulted by the Monitor Group of the US, Ninh Thuận is the first province in Vietnam to set up the Economic Development Office, EDO. The EDO is the motto of Singapore's Economic Development Board, EDB.
Đây là văn phòng thực hiện thủ tục một cửa trong vấn đề đầu tư và hiện nay thì cũng đã được điện tử hóa để làm nhanh các cái thủ tục.
Investors only need to go to EDO to complete all investment procedures such as land rent, construction rules, licensing and others. The office is connected with our concerned branches and agencies as the provincial and sub-provincial levels. Therefore, the linkage among offices and agencies is stronger and tighter.
Ở cấp tỉnh cũng như cấp dưới tỉnh để giải quyết những vấn đề vướng mắc kịp thời cho các đầu tư.
Many countries in the world have more difficulties in its climate and other conditions than Ninh Thuận, but their new vision and development strategy have made them become ideal destinations for investment and tourism and brought about high economic growth. Ninh Thuận has dreams, ambition, and creative development strategy to become a unique destination in Vietnam.
Chúng tôi mời gọi các nhà đầu tư dựa trên những tiềm năng lợi thế của Ninh Thuận đang có.
We can't attract investors just by demanding them what we need. We have to combine between our demands and the capacity of our investors, as well as the possibility of making profits for the investors before inviting investors to Ninh Thuận province. We want to set up long-term broad map and define chances for investors. When investors realize potentials, they themselves will suggest which fields they should invest, and we will consider if their investment project is suitable with the provincial plan and harmonizing the benefits of the authorities and investors.
Ninh Thuận now has relevant potentials, a long-term practical vision, and new development strategy, friendliness, and a unique culture. The people of Ninh Thuận are so ambitious to gain achievements towards prosperity. Investors will uncover new and attractive investment opportunities in Ninh Thuận province. Come to Ninh Thuận province to share your dreams and join hands to turn opportunities into reality. Ninh Thuận welcomes you.